Good morning, thanks for joining me. I hope everybody's well and having a good start to the new year. Today I am here with a much anticipated video. I know because a lot of you have messaged me either on Instagram or left comments on here saying, are you going to be doing another Mounjaro update? And yes, here I am doing it. I wanted to wait until we got into the new year. I felt like although it's been just over a month, I think this is like a 5-week period this will be since my last update, possibly even 6 actually, I can't remember exactly, but yes, I do intend to continue to do monthly updates on this. I think at the beginning of a new year we very much focus on improving ourselves, don't we? And for me that is very much about health. I've said before that this Mounjaro journey for me is very much a holistic thing to improve my overall well-being and health rather than just about the weight loss. I mean, obviously the weight loss is important, but it's very much a holistic thing. And I want to start by mentioning something that I mentioned last month, which if you are looking to focus on your health during this year is a really easy win in terms of doing something that's going to help you and be good for you, and that is AG1, who are kindly sponsoring this part of today's video. Now don't worry, as I said last month, it's not as scary as it looks. This is a blend of over 70 ingredients. It has vitamins, minerals, gut-friendly bacteria, some sort of mushroomy thing that's terribly good for you, antioxidants, and all sorts of other stuff as well. It's basically a powder. You mix it with water and you drink it once a day. I drink it in the morning as part of my morning routine, and it's just become very much embedded in my regular routine now. I was pleased to have the opportunity to talk to you about this again in this month's video, because when I introduced it to you last month, I'd only been drinking it for a short while, and although I had seen some positive results, I can now give you a longer term review of how I've been getting on with it. I've definitely found an improvement in my energy levels. They're more even throughout the day, which is absolutely brilliant for me. I used to get that real post-lunch slump and I'm not getting that anymore, so that's great. I also feel like I've got better concentration, again, particularly in the afternoons when I used to struggle to concentrate on things for longer periods of time, which is great. Other benefits of this include improvements in your heart health, which as we age, it's something we think about, you know, that can only be a good thing, and also immune defense, which particularly at this time of year when all these so many bugs seem to be going around this year, don't they? But in the winter that can again only be a good thing. Now, if you're interested in trying AG1 for yourself, I'm going to pop a QR code on the screen here, and I'll also pop a link down in the description box if you want to click through that way. They're currently doing a New Year offer in which you get a free welcome kit with your first order of AG1. This includes your shaker, and you also get your storage tin, which is a really nice tin. If I can just open that. It's also got your little metal scoop inside. Sorry, it's got the powder on because I keep it in there so I know where it is. So it's got a bit of powder on it. You also get a really handy 5 of these, this little box of 5 of these travel packs. So if you're out and about or going away, you can take it in single portion serving sizes. Wanted to mention as well, as this is a weight loss video, that this is 50 calories. So just in case anybody's interested in that. Also in your welcome kit you get the vitamin D3 and K2 liquid food supplement. So as I said, QR code on the screen, link in the description box if you are interested in trying AG1. Right, let's get into this video. I last left you on the 18th of November. That was where I'd given you the weight loss details up to. And at that point I had lost 1 stone and 7 pounds, which for anybody who doesn't work in stone and pounds is a 21 pound weight loss, so 1.5 stone. Now shortly after I made that video we went away for 11 days. We went to New York and on a cruise, as you know. Not famed, either of those aspects of that holiday, not famed for not eating and drinking, so I was not sure how I was going to get on. I was also concerned because I was due to have 1 dose of Mounjaro while I was away, and I thought long and hard about what I was going to do, and I decided in the end to miss that dose and then have my dose when I got back as normal. The reason I did this was mostly 99% was because you need to keep Mounjaro cold stored. It has to be kept in the fridge, and although I bought a travel cold storage pack, we were going to be travelling for quite a long time. It's a long haul flight, and I wasn't entirely sure whether there would be a fridge in the room when we got to the hotel room in New York, and I was just worried about that cold storage. So that was really the reason that I decided not to take it with me. So I definitely felt the first part of the holiday we were in New York, so that we were there for 3 days, and then we were on the cruise for 7 days. So when we were in New York, I definitely was still within I can't remember what days it was, but I was definitely still got the food suppression from the Mounjaro, and I found it really easy in New York to make good choices. I definitely enjoyed everything I ate and drank, but I was being careful. I was leaving food on my plate. I was not necessarily having a starter all the time, but I didn't feel like I was denying myself. I really enjoyed the food that I had. I really enjoyed the drinks that I had. I was definitely more flexible on drinking, I would say. By the time we got onto the ship, my Mounjaro was wearing off because I should have had my dose there. So we're up about 10 days, I would say, after my last dose. So I definitely felt the suppression start to wear off a little bit. However, I did still find it quite easy to make good choices. I find it really easy now to order from a menu and choose something that's good for me and still enjoy it. Before I took Mounjaro, I definitely found ordering the healthy choices, if you like, more difficult. I felt like I was denying myself. I don't so much now. So throughout the whole thing, I made fairly good menu choices, I would say. I drank plenty of wine, plenty of cocktails, but I did limit the sugary cocktails. I really tried to limit things that are very sugary. I would have a dry martini cocktail or a margarita, something like that. And quite often, if I was having a cocktail, I would ask them not to put any sugar syrup in, because a lot of sugar cocktails do have sugar syrup, don't they? But yeah, I wouldn't say that I limited my drinking any more than I normally do. Quite proud of this, I didn't have a single pudding the entire time I was away. Not massively a pudding person. Can't say the same about the cheese trolley. Definitely had some cheese trolley, but I didn't have a single pudding. I did try a couple of bits of Ashley's puddings when he had a pudding. But overall, I felt it was much easier than it has been in the past to make good choices, and I didn't feel like I denied myself. I really enjoyed everything I ate, and I tried to cut down on bread as well. I didn't have as many bread roll at the beginning of a meal on a cruise all the time, and I did try to cut down on that a bit as well. Once I got back from holiday, I had my regular jab, and I found it quite easy to slot back in to my pre-holiday routine, if you like. Yeah, I didn't find that difficult at all, and it was almost quite nice to be back in that routine again. Christmas food shopping, then of course we had Christmas come up within about a week or week and a bit of getting home. Got the Christmas food shopping and, you know, Christmas week itself and all that sort of thing. Christmas food shopping felt easier. I always feel quite a lot of pressure around Christmas food shopping, wanting to have all the good stuff in, you know. I don't know, it's difficult to explain, but I feel a lot of pressure to have all the nice things, and I didn't so much this time. I was able to walk around the shops and think, no, I don't need that much of, don't need that many crisps, and we don't need all the, I don't know, Yule logs and all of this stuff. And it's mostly me that wants to buy that stuff. I'm not saying that I'm denying anybody else in the household at all. I would happily have bought it for anybody else. But they're not that bothered about that stuff. It's very much me that's the snacker over the years. So I found that quite freeing and pleasant, and I felt less stress around the pre-Christmas food shop. Christmas itself, you're out of routine, and I'm filming this on the 31st at New Year's Eve. You're out of routine. There's lots of leftovers. You're not eating meals at the same time. Ashley's been off work. William's been here. It's all felt a bit. We had Christmas elsewhere. We were at my mum's for 3 days, and my my brother's on Christmas Day. So everything has felt out of routine, and I have consumed much more bread than I normally would. I don't think bread does me any favours, and I also think bread is quite an addictive thing. I think if you eat bread, you crave more bread. Yeah, I don't know. Also haven't been doing any exercise over this Christmas period, apart from the occasional walk. You know, I haven't been on my treadmill, I haven't been on my rebound, I haven't done any of that. We've been drinking. I don't think a day has gone by over the Christmas period that I haven't had, well, I mean, I've definitely drunk less than I normally would, but I have been drinking wine, I've been having the odd cocktail, so yes, there's been all that. All that having been said, I have definitely eaten less over the Christmas period than I normally would. I would constantly find myself snacking in the past, and whilst there has been that, there has been less of that. I am very much looking forward to getting back on the 2nd of January into routine. Right, so that covers how things have gone. Let me just talk a little bit about dosage and side effects. So at the moment, I'm still on the 5mg dose, which is the second dose up from the start. I am intending to go up to the next dose, which is 7.5mg on my next order, which is in a couple of weeks. I just feel like I would like a little bit more suppression now than I currently feel like I've got. That's not set in stone at the moment. That's just my thoughts at the moment, but I'm going to see how the next week goes and review that after another week, see how I feel. As far as side effects go, there were no side effects from missing a dose while I was away and then restarting. Did say online, I did check that with my provider, and they said that should be fine, and it was absolutely fine. I am still taking the Psyllium husk for constipation. That's working really well at evening out issues around that, because that was the one issue that I did have in terms of side effects, that the constipation was not great. The Psyllium husk works really well for that. I'll link the Psyllium husk that I take in the description box below in case anybody's interested in that. Sorry, I forgot I needed to breathe in between sentences there. Right, let's get on to the weight loss, or not. So to recap, on the 18th of November I was at 1 stone 7 pounds, or a 21 pounds loss. When I weighed on the 25th of November, which was before I went away, I had lost another 1.8 pounds. I then didn't weigh again because I weigh on a Monday. I then didn't weigh again until the 16th of December, which was 6 days after I came back from my holiday, and I was exactly the same weight, and I cannot tell you how happy that made me, not to have put on weight during that holiday. Felt like a real win to me. Of course, I had that 6-day period back at home where I probably lost any weight I had put on holiday, but yeah, to come out of that with no gain felt really good. I was very happy about that. So I then weighed again on the 23rd of December, and I had lost another 0.8 of a pound. I had been out for a couple of meals during that week. We'd had a meal out with friends, and we'd had Ashley's work do, which was very boozy and food heavy, you know. So I was quite happy with that 0.8 of a pound that week. And then I did my final weigh-in. Where are we now? We are on Wednesday. I did it on yesterday. Are we Tuesday? No, it's Tuesday now. Don't know what day it is. So I did my final weigh-in yesterday, and I'd had a 1 pound gain over Christmas week. And do you know what? I will take that, absolutely. So at the end of month 2, I had lost 21 pounds. I have now lost 22.8 pounds. So it's a 1.8 pound loss since the end of month 2. And I will happily take that with holiday, with Christmas, with all the socialising around that. I will absolutely take a 1.8 pound loss over that month. I think I said at the end of the month 2 video that if I came out at the end of that video exactly the same, I would take that as a win, and I've got a very small loss, and I'm absolutely taking that as a win. So am I carrying on? Yes, absolutely. As I said, I'm going to reorder possibly the next dose up. That's my plan at the moment, under review for the next week or so. Very much looking forward to getting back into routine, getting into a bit more menu planning, getting into some healthier eating habits, and binning all the Christmas stodge, basic. Not throwing it away, but getting the stodgy food out of my life. I'm taking this month as a win. I feel like it's been better than it could have been in many ways. So that is it for this month's roundup. If you're on Mounjaro or one of the weight loss drugs, do let me know how you're getting on. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I will endeavour to answer. And don't forget, if you want to try out AG1, I'll put the link in the description box. And give that a go. It's certainly done good things for me, I would say. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.